Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is Sarah van Grinnen, aka Mr. VG, and we are going to look at some awesome mixed factorization. So when I look at mixed factorization, it basically means, ladies and gentlemen, that number one, you don't know which factorization it is, but also maybe there's more than one type of factorization in a sum. So when I look at this, I want you to try these three sums yourself before you look at the rest of the video. So hit the pause button and try it, then you come back and look at the rest of the video. Let's start with question 1. If I want to factorize that completely, what are the 4 basic types of factorization that you must know by the end of grade 12? Or grade 12, grade 9. Oh my hat. Number 1 is the HCF. So the highest common factor. That you can take not just as types, but as steps. So I'm always going to step 1, have a look for HCF. Then I'm going to go and look for a difference of 2 squares. Step 3, I'm going to look at trinomials before I go to step 4, which is groupings. Now, I'm not going to look at groupings so much because in the other videos by that wonderful teacher, Miss Natasha Barton, she does a whole lot of factorization, but I just felt like there's always a bit more factorization that's needed. So when we look at this, ladies and gentlemen, step number 1, isn't there a highest common factor? Yes, there is. I can take out a 4 common, which now leaves me with a difference of 2 squares inside the brackets. So if I look at a difference of 2 squares in the brackets, that 4, the highest common factor, I'm going to leave out in the front, and I've got x minus 2 and x plus 2. Now the question is there anything else in the brackets I can do? No, there's nothing. So that is then my final answer. As simple and as easy as that. Let's look at the second question. Factorize that completely. What is step 1? Is there a highest common factor? Yes, there is. I can take out a 2x common. That leaves me with x squared minus 3x minus 4. If I look in the brackets now, is that a difference of 2 squares? No, that isn't. Okay? So therefore, I'm going to have a look at trinomials. It is definitely a trinomial, so I'm going to go towards my method, which is x squared minus 4 minus 3x. X times x gives me x squared. A minus times by a plus. But now for 4, I've got 2 options. 4 and 1, 2 and 2. Now there's a 3 in there. So if I look at that 3 there, I kind of lean towards going 4 and 1. Okay? You will start seeing these things quicker and quicker and quicker the more you do it. Let's test. X times by 1 and x times by negative 4. If I add it up, yes, it gives me that negative 3x. So there is then my final answer because there's nothing else I can do in the brackets. Let's look at that last one, ladies and gentlemen. X to the 4 minus 10x squared plus 9. If I look at that sum, oh my, that is a weird one. There's nothing to take out common. There's no difference of 2 squares. But I see 3 terms. So I'm going to try and do it by using a trinomial. So if I go to my little table like that, I'm going to see maybe it works out. Now please, it's not that all 3 terms or all trinomials can work out. Not all trinomials can be factorized, but let's see. First of all, what times what gives me x to the 4? I'm going to try for x squared times by x squared. Then a positive, I'm going to go a negative multiplied by a negative. To get to 9, I can go either 9 times 1 or 3 times 3. There's a clue. There's a 10. So I'm going to think about 9 and 1. So therefore, I'm going to try 9 times 1. If I cross multiply now, oh my hat, negative 9x squared minus another 1x squared. Well, that does give me negative 10x squared. So yes, my two brackets are x squared minus 9 and x squared minus 1 because it does work out there. Okay? So when I have a look now, ladies and gentlemen, at both of those sets of brackets are difference of two squares. Why a difference? Remember, it must be a difference. If it's a positive, it can't work. Remember that. So in the first bracket, I'm going to say, well, x minus 3 and x plus 3 for that first bracket. And then for the x squared minus 1, I'm going to say x minus 1 and x plus 1. As simple and as easy as that. So please, ladies and gents, go through those steps of your factorization. Those 4 steps. Check for highest common factors, difference of two squares, trinomials, and then groupings. Ladies and gents, that is so much fun doing these videos. I hope you enjoyed it and that you will tune in for my next video, which will be a mixed exercise and exam practice that hopefully will help you with some of the more tricky sums that you can expect. This is Mr. VG signing out. Keep well. Cheers.